Hello, hello, and happy Friday. Today is Friday, and we have the Pick a Deck energy read for the weekend. So we have the weekend message, right? And we are going to see the general energy of the weekend, right? And then also more in depth of Saturday and Sunday and how that mix with the general energy. So it is a pick a deck. So you're going to pick the deck or the fairy that calls you or resonates with you. All right, so let's connect. Remember, we connect through the breath. So sit in a comfortable position. Make sure that you're all comfy. Roll those shoulders back. Relax the jaw. And let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold it at the top and then gently exhale through the mouth, making that exhale longer than the inhale. All right. Okay, perfect. Now choose the color fairy that you like the most or that calls on you or the deck. Ready? Okay. Let's go with the first one that is our pink fairy. All right, we are going to set the intention for the cards as well as say a little prayer. Okay, we want the general energy of the weekend. And then also the specific message for Saturday and Sunday and how they align or go together with that general message. Okay. So here we have the general energy of the weekend, and then how that goes into Saturday and Sunday. We got two. Okay, so let's look at that general energy for your weekend if you picked the pink fairy. So the general message comes from the Hierophant. All right. So here we have it's a major arcana card, is very spiritual, right? So the Hierophant usually stands for that tradition, order, right? And also that helpful teacher in a way. So, how that translates on the general message for the weekend is that the tarot is advising you on and reading throughout the energies is that to keep the weekend very stable in doing things that are not out of the norm. So it's not about being impulsive. So the energy calls for you to be more traditional, more settled during this weekend, right? Do things that help you connect with others or with things that you can learn from. And overall, is a very positive energy. But I think the main point is that it does not call for you to be impulsive at this time. To the contrary. And also, when you are with people or even watching something on TV or whatever, try to listen to the messages or the things that resonate with you because there may be some spiritual lessons of things that can help you grow and your soul to evolve. Now, let's look at Saturday and how that goes with that general energy. So, for Saturday, for you, if you pick this deck, we have the Two of Cups. So, the Two of Cups, water element emotions, and it's saying, this is a perfect day to connect with others, and that goes great with Saturday, right? A great time to either, if you are in a partnership with you have a romantic partner, a spouse, someone you're intimate with, this is all about spending time together and growing that. And also, if you don't know that the energies are there for the possibility of that of something more romantic to happen. Now, if you are not in a partnership or not interested in, take this card as a sign to connect with others, with people that are that you feel good with, even if it's a friend, and do something that is joyful, that makes you feel good, right? So it's a day of connecting with others, and it works together with the main energy of the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is learn from everything and from everybody. Do not be impulsive. And this is saying on Saturday, well, use that energy to connect with somebody already in your life, or to be open to meet others. And but it's not isolation, but spending time with people. And for Sunday, the Sunday energy message comes from the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So here, interesting, because tens are an energy of culmination, of closure. And then the Four of Pentacles, I'm sorry, the Four of Swords is all about rest. And it's interesting because here it says on Sunday, you know, it may be time this weekend now to put some closure to this energy, to make sure you're resting, spend time enjoying something calm and quiet, either at home. But mostly, Sunday for you should be all about resting. And this is what the Four of Swords asks you, right? So there has been a lot of energy about being around others. So Sunday should be more about something quiet for you. So whatever you are expecting to happen for this coming week, the best thing you can do this Sunday is to reset, right? To reset that energy by resting, by staying indoors, or doing something quiet that doesn't take that much energy, right? Physically, not that much energy, because you're already coming to a closure of this energy of the weekend. That is a very positive message. That starts with the Hierophant of like, the message is don't do anything impulsive, look for lessons in general that you can apply to your life. And on Saturday, connect with others. It may be a great day for romance. And on Sunday is more about quiet, of doing things that are more laid back to prepare for the coming week. So, overall, a wonderful weekend awaits you. So, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and like this, you will get notifications of the different videos I post during the week, as well as the daily shorts. And if you want us to look more in depth at your particular situation, you can reach out. I offer live sessions over video or phone, one on one, and also pre recorded readings that get delivered straight to your email. All right, let's look at the blue fairy. All right, for those of you who have picked the blue fairy, let's look at the general message for the weekend, and then energies. We're reading the energies and getting advice from the tarot, and then the Saturday and Sunday and how it all adds together. There we go. Let's set the intention and say a little prayer for our weekend. All right. So, two cards for the general energy for this weekend. And then we have Saturday and Sunday energy here as well too. Okay, let's see what are the general energies for this weekend. And it comes the message from the Four of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So we have a weekend that brings a lot of good vibes your way. The Four of Wands is that great foundation of fire energy that it is once, and is saying the weekend starts with energies of you just enjoy the moment that you're in, right? If you want, this is a perfect energy also for creating a good plan for the entire weekend. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying there are changes in the air, but they are positive changes because the wheel is saying always positive changes are in the air. So the wheel is always turning. And usually when the wheel comes, it's because you are the one turning it. So it's not sudden change that may be a little bit more challenging, like the Tower card. So here, main energies for the week, positive energies around you. That the advice from the tarot is make a plan for your weekend because it's very stable, it's fire energy, right? Make a plan, lay the foundation for the weekend. Be open to some changes that may come your way, that will probably come your way from making that plan, but overall very positive. And when we look at specifically Saturday, here we have the Hierophant here as well, like we had in the last reading. So the Hierophant, again, it's a card that does not call for impulsivity, but it calls for more traditional or more conservative types of plans, right? The Hierophant also is letting you know that there may be some messages or important things that you need to hear, or that you can learn from that are coming your way on Saturday, right? It is a positive card. It is just saying the two main messages is not the time to be impulsive, and also stay open for important messages that you can either receive from others or that something that you will read or listen to that will resonate, and that it needs to be applied as a lesson, right? A lot of positivity for you this weekend with two major arcana cards. And now for Sunday, and we have again another major arcana. So this is the Magician, and the message also comes from the the Nine of Wands. So what is the Magician tells us? Okay, so there are some things that maybe this change brought or that you've learned here on Saturday that are within your power what to do with them, right? So when we look here specifically that, it says, hey, plan accordingly, good vibes are in the air, but changes may be coming. Listen to a message or something that's coming your way. Do not be impulsive. But the Magician is saying, now you may have gathered some information, or you may know some things that are coming already that are on your plate. Know that you have the power to do something with all of that, right? You have the power to use that in a way that creates something that you want in the future. The Nine of Wands is that fire energy combined with the number 9, that it is that number of success, right? And 3 times 3, 3 is the magic number. And when you multiply it by 3 gives you 9. So it's a number that denotes success. So there are some changes for you in the air, something that you will learn, something that maybe a conversation, maybe something you read, something will come your way. And that's something that you're going to be able to use to get something that you maybe have been wanting for a long time, or it is something that you can manifest with the information and energy of this weekend. Extremely positive reading for you. So stay open to messages, to people on Saturday. Do not be impulsive. And know that changes are in the air, but they are good changes that bring, that's stable. So plan the weekend based on not being impulsive and knowing that there are some changes probably coming from messages for others that you are going to be able to use wisely to be successful at something either that you've been wanting or something that's coming for you during the week. Very positive. Please give a thumbs up if you have enjoyed your reading, and subscribe to the channel for your daily shorts and weekly videos. Now, let's look at the yellow fairy for those of you who picked this one. We're going to set the intention. We want the main energies of the weekend. And then Saturday and Sunday, and how everything comes together for the highest good with love and light. The main energies of your weekend: Saturday and Sunday. All right, so what main energy we have for you for the weekend? The world. So the world is all about endings that are positive endings, things that have fulfilled their purpose in your life, and that energy is moving along. So again, very, very, very positive card for you to start your weekend with, thinking that there are some things that are ending, but there are things that you've been wanting for them to pass. It's either a specific situation, a relationship with somebody, or an energy that has been stuck, like that winter thing that's on us that we do not feel alive. Well, something is ending that's going to be a very positive ending. So these cards telling you be on the lookout for something that you've been wanting to have closure on, and that closure is coming this weekend. Now, Saturday. So Saturday we have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, that's air energy, and the swords can be also challenging thoughts, right? When it comes to this card, that it is the nine, challenging thoughts that can make us feel a bit trapped, right, in our heads. So the advice of this card this weekend is be mindful of your thoughts, right? Remember, if something has been ending or something you've been wishing, it's not a time to ruminate on this. To the contrary, any negativity you feel on Saturday, examine it, because it could be because of the thoughts that you're entertaining in your head. So be mindful of those thoughts this weekend. All right. I mean, mostly on Saturday. And now let's go for the Sunday energies that come from the Queen of Cups. Oh, and the Queen of Wands. So here we have a very powerful feminine energy guiding the weekend. And it's saying we have the water element and the fire element, right? So we have those emotions, and we also have that intention, that fire in the belly, right? And it's saying, okay, so if Saturday looked a little bit gray because we may be a little bit in our head, but we've been able to move on from this, Sunday is bringing a very loving, nurturing energy in which it's about emotional well-being, and it's also about setting intentions for the week. So, what does Sunday call for? So, Sunday would be a good day for self care, a good day for reflecting on people or things or that you love and your emotions, and then nurturing those feelings and setting the intention for the week with that. All right, let's recap all together. So there are energies coming of a closure of something that's ending in the air, that it is something favorable that you've been wanting. Saturday, the advice is do not stay in your head, right? Make sure that you recognize your thoughts and your thought patterns. So do not stay in your head. Be active, but not staying in your head. That's creating those mental mental confusion and rumination. And then Sunday, you have very positive energy that comes from these two beautiful queens, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, that is saying, it's a time to set intentions for the week with nurturing your emotions. Like for example, if there is something that fills you with joy and love, examine that and set an intention for the week to make that happen. So Again, we've got all positive readings for the weekend for these messages. And if you liked your reading, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and reach out for your personal reading with me. All right, have a wonderful and fun weekend. Brightest blessings.